Hey friends, it's Jackeline here. In today's video, I'm bringing you my review, swatches, comparisons, and this makeup look using the brand new Urban Decay Stone Vibes eyeshadow palette. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you will consider and subscribe to my channel, ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. And now if you want to see all the details about this new Stone Vibes eyeshadow palette, then just keep on watching. A couple days ago, I went to my local Ulta because I wanted to pick up a few items. One of them was this NARS Extreme Effects eyeshadow palette. I also went ahead and picked up the new mascara, and I have made a review. I'm enjoying it so much. But the main reason why I visited Ulta was because I really was sucking into the beautiful packaging of this new Urban Decay Stone Vibes palette. Oh my goodness, when I was seeing it online, I'm like, I don't know, it just looks so beautiful, so gorgeous. In fact, I even did an Instagram post and it has, I don't know, like over 2,000 views. I'm like, what? Wow. I mean, I don't think none of my posts had gotten so many views as these, because honestly, this is stunning. The palette costs $54. It comes with 12 different shades, and let me show it to you. This is it. This is the baby right here. Look how beautiful this is. Oh my. This here right here looks like a stone breaking down and then all the gemstones coming out. It's just incredible. I mean, like, it's beautiful. It's a little bit thick for my likes. I honestly have been enjoying small palettes, really small. But I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't know. But overall, the design, I think, is just so cool, so different also for Urban Decay. Okay, friends, this palette is made in China, has a 24-month shelf life, and like I said, it comes with 12 different shades, which are 4 mattes, and then the rest 8 are kind of like shimmer shades or metallic. Honestly, I mean, the colors are just beautiful, and there's a really nice variety in shades right here. Obviously the mattes are a little bit limited, but we will try it right now and I will give you my first impression. But I really like that as far as the metallic goes, they really gave us variety. I mean, we have a blue, green, purple, pink. I mean, we have a little bit of everything. And the palette also comes with a double-ended brush. It doesn't look like the greatest thing ever. This is really good for the application of the metallic shades. Perhaps I can try it, we'll see. Okay, let's go into the swatches. Good Karma, J, Opal Aura, Tiger's Eyes, Vibes and Antidote, Hexe, Bloodstone, Ojo. Let me just swatch this Ojo shade. And ojo means eye in Spanish. Raw Energy, Meditate, and Third Eye. And here are all the swatches. To be honest with you, these metallic shades, they swatch super butter creamy, like super creamy. And let me take you really quick right here to Urban Decay's website. It says right here that this is a vegan eyeshadow palette with 12 all new mood shifting shimmery shades. About the shifting, I mean, the only one that I can see a true shift, this right here called Bloodstone, is the only one that I see a little bit of a shift. But also something that kind of grabbed my attention, it says infused with genuine tourmaline to block bad energy and elevate your look. All these marketing strategies things right here. You know, I'm from Peru, and you know, we believe a lot of in gemstone and, you know, the power and the energy and all that jazz. I'm not too much into it. You know, we will need to call Kathleen Lights to give us a guide on that. But I just found it very interesting that they said that. Anyhow, my friends, let's go ahead and start with an eye look. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I do not use an eye primer when I'm doing my first impressions on an eyeshadow palette. I just use my concealer and that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and set it with the shade Good Karma and Scott Barnes number 62 brush. And this shade right here is way lighter than my skin tone, but that's okay. Sonia G Classic Crease and the shade Antidote. And I'm taking this shade a little bit above my crease. I love these kind of peach shades. I mean, they complement really well my skin tone. I do have light to medium skin tone. So far it's blending really well and I'm not finding any fallout. It doesn't have a huge amount of pigmentation though, just FYI. And now I'm gonna deepen out my outer V's with the shade Hexet. I'm using the same brush and just taking this shade again on my outer V. Again, no fallout right now. Everything is going really, really well. Synergy Builder Pro and the shade Meditate. And I'm applying this shade directly on the crease. Completely dry. Now let's try the same eyeshadow but wet with MAC Fix Plus. You will get a more intense look from this eyeshadow if used wet. I mean, either way is fine. I'm finding though a little bit of fallout with this shadow, not a lot. I mean, my lashes, they are catching that fallout. Very, very little, minimal. A Smith 253 brush and the shade Vibes. We're gonna do the same thing, applying it dry first on the inner third. You know what? I don't know if I love that shade. Let me go with the shade Tiger Eye. So I'm not sure about that shade Vibe going too well with the shade Meditate. I mean, it's a pretty shade, but just saying the combo. Deep into Tiger's Eye and MAC Fix Plus. Oh wow. Beautiful. Fallout. One tiny speck right here. Now it's gone. Very little. Very, very little. And then obviously you can always use your included tools, which are your fingers. Let's go to Meditate. And you see you can tap in even more if you want to. I didn't need it. It's just to show you right here. Let's go to lower lash line and the shade Antidote. Then to the shade Hexet. Synergy Flat Definer and the shade Tiger's Eye. And I'm taking this shade very close to the lash line. For the inner corner, I'm gonna go to Vibes and also applying it on my brow bone. Urban Decay 24/7 Eye Pencil in the shade Alkaline. And I'm taking these on my waterline. Alrighty, my friends, and now going into comparisons. I'm sure everybody's like, okay, yes, Huda Beauty Nude palette, because we first saw these type of eyeshadows with Huda Beauty. She came out with these, what I think she called it, spackle shades. So I'm gonna go ahead and just compare those who may look a little bit similar, which to me in this case will be these four right here. Let me just put them side by side. Top is gonna go Urban Decay, and first I'm swatching Meditate versus Fantasy and Charm. Look more, these two look more alike. So let's do top Urban Decay. Then I'm gonna go with this one first. And just swatch a little bit more. Yeah, the ones from Huda Beauty, they have a little bit more cap out to them, more of that foil finish. Now let's go to Vibes and Daydream from Huda. I'm also gonna swatch Energy. I'm just gonna swatch it right here. A lot cooler in tone. Let's go for Tiger Eye and Crave. Urban Decay Stone Vibes versus Huda Nude. Now I want to swatch this shade called Bloodstone. Seems to be kind of like a duochrome of like green and red, and it actually reminded me a lot to one eyeshadow from the Tiny Marvels palette from Sydney Grace and Mel Thompson, and it is this shade right here called Scrap. So here you go, there are two shades. I think the ones from Sydney Grace has a lot more intensity, but at the end they are very, very close. Okay, let's see this right here. Yeah, the one from Urban Decay has a little bit more red in it. Yep, there you go. And then from the look that I have right now, kind of remind me a little bit of the look, the outcome, you know, of the look that I achieved when I review this eyeshadow palette by PAT McGRATH. This is called Ritualistic Rose, and these are fine glitters, and these have like a couple chips. The ones in specific are these two right here. So let's just go ahead and swatch with the ones that I used today. The ones that I'm referring to is Meditate and Vibes, with this one right here and this right here. I mean, they are different formulas and different undertones too. The ones from Urban Decay are a little bit cooler in tone. Okay, and since we're talking about this palette, just in case, let's do this shade, the gold one. I'm just so impressed of how buttery these eyeshadows from Urban Decay are. Okay, so this one right here is Urban Decay, and this one right here is PAT McGrath. Sorry, that's the only one that I did different than the other ones. So, yeah, all the comparisons right there. I mean, so many similar tones, but not really like a dupe, you know, like exact match. And aside to that, the Urban Decay palette comes with 12 eyeshadows, while, say for example, the Huda Beauty Nude, it costs $65. I think they are running a sale right now of 25% off at Huda Beauty's website. I don't remember, but anyhow, this one right here comes with 18 shades. Again, $65, but you have way more mattes right here. I mean, it's a very pink mauve tone eyeshadow palette. I mean, you don't have a lot of variety but playing with those shades, which I like these colors, but I do like the variety that offers the Urban Decay Stone Vice palette. I have to say that I'm pleasantly surprised with this palette. I say that this is a total yes for me because it doesn't have chunky glitters, and if you have been following me since I started my YouTube channel, you know that I think perhaps the only glitter eyeshadows that I get along with very well are PAT McGrath eyeshadows, and because those are so finely meal that it doesn't look like too much, you know, on your face. That is something that you can actually use and not feel like, oh my goodness. This one right here is completely, mostly metallic with a lot of kapow. I mean, it gives a beautiful glistening. I mean, this eyeshadow palette, honestly, Urban Decay did an amazing job. As far as the matte goes, I understand why they put the mattes in there. I think it's a beautiful selection of shades because they will go really well with any of these other metallic shades right here. Completely agree with that, and they perform really well. Not much fallout that I could say, you know, like, oh wow, this is, you know, it's gonna mess up your foundation. You saw me already my foundation on with my bronzer, my blush, that by the way, everything that I use today will be on the description box below, as well as where to find this eyeshadow palette. That another thing too, this eyeshadow palette right now also comes in a mini version. Obviously I don't need it because I have this one right here, but if you're not too much into like, oh, I'm not gonna use all these shades right here, the mini version can be a good option too. Going back into the palette right here, like I was saying, the mattes are good, they perform really well. this to me is more of like a companion palette. So if you have a all neutral palette, whether it's warm or, you know, true neutral, that you have some warm and cooler shades, these will go really well with them. So this is just, I mean, this is amazing. Honestly, I just really look forward to use this blue shade, this shade right here. I'm not too crazy about greens, but I mean, from what I have seen in the swatch, it seems like a green that I can use. I mean, a golden shade is always a golden shade, but I think it's a beautiful palette. Now, price-wise, $54, honestly, I mean, I think a lot goes into the packaging, you know, because although this is not like luxury, this is, I mean, you know, it's just very fun. I mean, like, it's a really good design. Let's put it as that. But I think the packaging is perhaps what it took most of that $54 price tag. I will say this palette to me would have been really good to see it at $45, but not because of quality. It's just because, I mean, you're getting a total of 12 shadows. Like I said, this is a companion palette, but I mean, to me, I like it. It's worth it. It's available right now. Again, I will be leaving all the links on the description box below. You can buy it right now, or you can wait for, you know, a 20% off sale. I know this palette right here is very hyped up. I had good luck with Urban Decay palettes. My favorite one so far is the Honey palette. I love that palette so much. And then the Ultraviolet palette, I know a lot of people say, oh, I don't like it, and some people, yes, I like it. I'm in the yes, I like it. I know it was half neutral, half, you know, the lilac violet shades, but personally I think it's a beautiful palette. Like I said, I had good luck. I don't have a lot of eyeshadow palettes by Urban Decay. The other one that I have is Born to Run palette. But yeah, I don't have many eyeshadow palettes from Urban Decay. I never got the original Naked palette. I know, call me crazy. Yeah, I don't. I didn't. I did not. That was fine. I mean, it never attracted me to begin with. But this palette, I will say absolutely yes, if you're gonna use, obviously, if you're drawn to metallic shades, you know, kind of foil style, that they are easy to blend. Something that I will say, perhaps because of the type of formulation, it will feel like if you're heating pan. I noticed it a little bit with this shade Raw Energy. So you may just have to scratch it or use a spoolie right there. I'm not saying that it will happen, but that's what I felt when I went, like I went for the first swatch, you know, to start swatching the palette, and then I went again for, I usually try some of my eyeshadows on the palm of my hand, kind of to see like, okay, this is really what I want to use, and then I went again, you know, to try it on my eye, and that's a little bit how I felt. I didn't feel it with the other shades that I use, but just to be on the lookout for, I will obviously have to give you an update on this palette, because overall this is obviously a first impression, but so far I really like it a lot. Okay, my friends, and now I want to know from you, are you planning to get this palette? Are you planning perhaps to get the mini eyeshadow palette, or just skip it completely? And what shades do you like from this palette? I would love to know your comments. And while you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I hope that you will consider and subscribe to my channel, ring that post notification bell, because believe me, you don't want to miss any of my uploads. I upload frequently on this channel, do a lot of reviews, hauls, first impressions, swatches, and it will be so lovely if you can help me grow my family on Instagram. So come and follow me there, because right there I also keep you posted on the new makeup releases and much more. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, also share with family and friends, and until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day with good vibes. Bye bye.